A fucking ace.
Sorry?
First call of the day, first call of the morning,
Yeah.
textbook stuff.
Yeah.
It's when you have moments like this that people, when they watch this, will think that was fake.
Yes. Oh, hello. Is that John? Can you hear me now?
Hello. Hi. Yes.
John, you're probably going to hate me for this. It's a dreaded sales call Tuesday morning. I'm not sure if you want to hang up or let me have 30 seconds. It's up to you.
Go on. It depends what it's about.
30 seconds. Let's see. So I get invited in by business owners in the IT space who are doing well, but despite getting a lot of referrals, they've got a couple of concerns on the new business side of things. They typically say, like, look, we're great when we get in front of people, but one of the biggest frustrations is getting enough new business meetings in the diary. Others have just worked with agencies, but if they're honest, they've overpromised and underdelivered, and it's left a bit of a bad taste in their mouths. But I get the feeling you're probably going to tell me you don't relate to or recognise any of those things.
No, go on, carry on.
Go on. Okay, well, let me ask this. Out of those couple of things, which one rings a bell for you? Is it not enough meetings in the diary? Is it worked with an agency before, but they've left a bad taste in their mouth? Which would you address, let's say, if you could?
Well, we're trying to address all of them all of the time. But we've wasted so much money on marketing schemes in the past that haven't worked. Plus, it's a changing marketplace all the time. So what worked one time doesn't work another time. So I have just appointed someone responsible for all of sales and marketing, new business in particular. We've got a department that looks after our existing client base, works quite well. But the new business is an area that we need to ramp it up and do better at it.
Crikey. It sounds like you've been through the ringer with a new business marketing side.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you've appointed someone responsible, but you've wasted a lot of money on marketing. Could you give specific
over the years in the past? Yeah, different, like employing external agencies to, everything from. This is going to sound like we keep rebranding. We don't. I mean, we've done that twice over 20 years, so it's not a big deal. But we did put a lot into a marketing campaign about 7 or 8 years ago. That would have probably been great for a company that was 5 times our size, but in the end, we couldn't resource it, so it didn't work. We're only a limited size. We've got a sales consultant on board at the moment. We do pay someone to do a bit of telemarketing and bring us in some leads, which is sort of working. But,
works. It's eliminated the challenge then.
Yeah, but it's on a small scale. I mean, we're getting 10% of our business coming from new clients each month. Less than that, actually, perhaps 8%. But I could do with it being 15 to 20% coming from new clients each month. So, I do need a step change somewhere.
Okay. So may I ask this, having worked with this telephone prospecting, you want to get it from 7 to 8 to 20. What was it before you started working with him out of interest?
Oh, well, since we did actually have a great scheme going before COVID. Unfortunately, that did screw lots of things up. We've tried a few things since then that haven't. When we had dedicated salespeople, hardcore hunters, we were actually doing quite well, and we were getting a reasonable percentage from new business. But unfortunately, they moved on as those sort of people do. And not been able to replace them. So we've tried a few different other things.
What did they do wrong, if you don't mind me asking?
What did they? What the newer people?
Yeah, the hunters you hired.
As they're on an accountability level, they just not sure if it wasn't making enough calls or if it wasn't. Or if they were or not closing enough deals. I mean, we do try and track as many of the metrics as we can.
So is it the case that they did the best with what they could do and that just the close rate was a lag indicator, or was it that you didn't feel like they were putting in the effort required to get them results?
Effort required. I mean, it's things like, top 10 list, one of my favourite projects.
Can I ask a blunt question? Why did you hire someone that wasn't...
Are you in that customer? Yeah.
When you tested them, how did it go?
Some people succeed at it and some people don't.
Can I ask a really blunt question that's going to be a little bit uncomfortable? So When you hired these people, why did you hire people that wouldn't do their job properly?
Right. So the first guy was we actually had him on board doing some telemarketing work, and which he was very good at, getting meetings, and then that was in support of the hunters, or as one of the hunters had gone, then we got him in to help the other two. It was, I'm trying to remember historically what happened, because he did so well at that. We sort of promoted him to full-fledged salesman, and he never made it.
Sorry, he never made it. Did you say?
He never made it. Yeah, no, he didn't make the
He
step
would
up.
get in front of people, but he couldn't sell.
Okay, so he could hunt, he could get in front of people, but the actual challenge was selling, closing the door.
Yeah, for that one. And the next guy is on recommendation, and he knows the subject, very affable, and I think with him it's effort. I think with him it's he's not making enough calls.
Okay.
It's not, his pipeline isn't fat enough. It's all those sort of things.
So can I ask you? So based on everything you've done, having been burnt in the past by agencies, having been through the ringer on the new business and marketing side, and now you're hiring a new business marketing and sales leader. You're working with a sales consultant. Go on.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, carry on.
I say it sounds like you've been through the past. You've got a lot of scar tissue, but you've learnt your lessons, and now you can see quite a clear road forward to get you from that 7% up to that 20% on the new business side. Is that a fair summary?
It's fairly fair. I mean, I know what we need, but finding the person to do that is not going to be easy.
Well, based on this conversation,
so I think our next
the question they've asked, do I sound like someone that could do the job?
Rather than so I think we've got our board meeting tomorrow, as it happens, where we'll decide exactly what we're going to do. But I believe so. It could be a timely call. You never know.
Yeah. Can I ask a blunt question? I've been based on this call, the questions I've asked. Do you believe I could be someone that could be right for that kind of position?
Right. So now I need you to tell me a bit more about what you do then.
If I told you I help.
If I told you this is what I do for a living, I pick up the phone, have be a hunter, let's say, have qualified meetings.
Conversations like this with you.
Yeah, conversations like this with people like you who have problems and a level of motivation to fix them. And I help them do that. What would you say if I told you that out of interest?
Yeah, I'd put you on to the sales and marketing director and say, have a chat, see what you think. Perhaps talk to the consultant as well, see if there's some way we could make it work. So it would be, in other words, you've secured the next stage to get a.
Okay, secure the next stage. Can I ask a bit of a strange question? I always ask. So salespeople who work internally don't tend to like me if I'm externally. What happens if you like me but they don't like me?
Oh no, they're on a that's they've got targets as well, and they will be motivated by the best way of achieving their target. Okay. So you're not a threat to anyone.
That's a fair answer. I appreciate the honesty. Yeah. So let me ask you this, John. Let's pretend I could help you and you saw something and you genuinely believe it. Is there any reason you wouldn't sit down with myself and the sales and marketing director for 30 minutes to explore this further?
No, I think that it sounds like something positive that we should do.
Take the diary. Have you got your diary?
Have you got your diary there, John?
I actually think that I do have some time next week.
Next week?
What date you're looking at?
Yeah, what date you're looking at, John?
Well, I've got either Monday, Tuesday morning or Wednesday.
You pick a time.
Tuesday morning, how's that?
Yeah, okay.
Look, On that call, I'm going to have some tough, challenging, and uncomfortable questions. Do you mind if I ask you them on that call? And if by the end of it I'm not convinced I can help you, I'll tell you no. Is that fair?
Yeah, that sounds great.
You sound like a
don't
straight up guy. You can. I'm sure you'll tell me no if you don't believe I can help you, won't you?
I think I like to start a call like that.
Last thing, you're not going to hang up the phone and think, "Oh my God, what have I just done?"
You know, we're gonna have a good chat for half an hour or whatever it takes, and
Sounds fair.
It might be yes, it might be no, but we'll still be friends.
We'll still be friends. You'll get a Christmas card. Last thing from me then, you're not going to hang up the phone and think, "Oh no, I've just arranged to meet with a telephone prospector," are you?
No. So that's
You feel left out.
that's good. That's in there.
Cool. Look, we'll see
Okay.
you next week. Thank you.
Okay, thanks around. Cheers. Bye.
A fucking ace.
Sorry?
First call of the day, first call of the morning,
Yeah.
textbook stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
The guy, this, it's when you have moments like this that people, when they watch this, will think that was fake.
yes,
that was
like your
set
video.
up. Because it goes like that if you follow the structure.
When they give you a fuckload of information, don't pigeonhole yourself down one symptom. You want to stay broad and then filter down after a while and then be able to pull little bits.
This is a classic example of a fucking brilliant call. Well, what information did he get from you? I don't even think he got your name. He didn't get your name. He got nothing about you, and he's agreeing to meet you.
Yeah.